creation. So
Creation? What?
wait, you know what I meant. I'm not even gonna correct it.
You know what?
You have the audacity to correct me. You knew what it meant.
You know, Dan, I realized you're still using your the profile pic I gave you on your YouTube channel.
Oh, I am, aren't I?
Who? Moi?
Okay, so if that's the case, you know what?
No, like, because I made a profile for her long time ago. I'm pretty sure it was 2020, and she liked it and she used it. But it's like, but of course, obviously, she moved on to more other types of profile pics, but she still has the one that I gave her on her YouTube.
Because why not? It's a good picture.
That was before I even had Medibang.
I use Metabang on my iPad. What the hell? You got something to say, Mason?
Well, what do you mean?
You got something to say, Mason?
I don't know what you mean. I have no recollection of the event in question.
Oh, shut up.
No recollection of life. I was gonna say my thing just act funny. I was like, it froze. No, please don't do it.
Oh, no.
Society would have been very detrimental.
We live in a society.
Yeah.
I guess we are.
I will go to society. Like, yes.
We do live in a society. Until then, that society is watching us live on YouTube right now. Welcome to the Insanimators, everybody. Where we, well, fuck,
Where
I don't
Ark
know.
isn't in the draw pile.
Where we don't normally do this because timing is weird.
No, it's, okay, so, look. Welcome to the Insanimators, where SpongeBob is the law, okay?
Okay.
You stole that from you stole that from your list. You stole it from the list, didn't you?
I'll take
So
the
this week we've got the Limelight joining us today to talk about, well, the Limelight project.
Woo.
Yeah. Woo.
What I'm so confused on is that like the link when I paste it and enter it, it still shows the thumbnail with the 15 on it when I clearly changed it to 16.
Also, don't mind the fact that one of the guest sprites is turning from this really cool-looking dude with a great, like, dark red shirt, cool vest, and suddenly turns into a really tiny picture of Mughead.
I am the master of deception.
That is something on the technical end I am trying to fix.
Husk, when'd you get here?
Oh, wait, so when did you get here? Very
What?
very early.
I'm sorry, I'm not paying enough attention for this. What's going on, folks?
Oh, by the way, Mason, how quickly can you do a quick edit of Sky's sprite to have an open mouth for the talking?
God damn it. Give me a moment.
That's all you need to do is just do an open mouth for speaking.
You know
Just hear somebody just yelling from a distance.
I don't care, Mason. Do simple. Please. For both of our healths.
Health and sanity in society.
Well, I mean, we don't have sanity here, but we...
I know, right? It's a struggle to have.
We left that when we made this group.
Yeah.
And it's just been dwindling ever since.
Also,
It's
Ark in the draw pile. They can't see what I'm drawing.
Because he's not logged in yet, he's got technical stuff to deal with.
Yeah, this was a bit.
Meanwhile, we need to entertain the crowd.
Man, I have no skills in that. I literally try to be funny, and it just goes to being what? Confusion. So I ensue confusion. So if anyone needs me to, if anyone needs me to confuse anyone, then I'll definitely do it for you. It's so simple. I just say stuff that people don't like.
Yeah.
Understand?
I get it. Yes, for me, simple is not locking all the elements so I can actually move things around.
Shut up.
What?
I am just here for the vibes.
Shush your pretty little face, Sark.
Are you gonna fucking make me?
He's not pretty.
Oh, we're
Yes,
getting
actually.
started already.
He's fabulous.
And there we go. Problem solved.
I'll be alive.
Ark got server muted.
Our server got beheaded.
Ark and Mason are getting server muted.
See? Fucking, I told you. I'd do it.
Okay, so what we've got joining us today, we've got two of the voice actors. We've also got Sky here. Do you like to go just by Sky, or do you have any other name you like to be used by or referred to?
Well, I can't. I know I tell people my real name because people like my real name. My name is Hannah Johnson, but I do go by my internet pen name, Moral Sky, but people call me Sky for short. So either or, just never my real name. But I just let people know I do have a real name, not fake.
Fair enough. All right.
That's what people with fake names always say.
Oh yeah. I'm so not real, guys. This is the programming that's talking right now.
Yeah, it's like Sky's not real.
So Sky's joining us today. We've also got one of the voice actors, Akir, currently in the call with us.
My name is Jack. Jack Kelly Savage. You can look me up. I do the things. Hello.
Oh my lord.
He's the one that is turning from a buff, cool-looking dude into Mughead. So don't mind that while I try to get that figured out. And then
I'm
later,
great.
He turns himself into Mughead.
Every time.
And then joining us in just a bit will be Lana and another voice actor,
Jazzy.
Jazzy, yes. Thank you. I want to make sure I'm getting names and preferred names, right? And all that. So we'll have that figured out. Until then, welcome to the show, and we're talking about Limelight today. Sky, give us the gist of what Limelight is. What is the elevator pitch for it?
So Limelight is about a young black woman named Ashira Goldenfire, voiced by Jazzy Green. She was born and raised in New Orleans that seeks to make a name for herself in the music industry with her best friend, Cheryl Stone, who is voiced by Marion Dorado, and goes through like hardships of the evolution of music as they reach their dreams together in the music industry. Although Ashira's path becomes more difficult on this journey when she deals with a voodoo man, which is Carter Silver, voiced by Jack, as you see.
Hello.
And it soon falls into something deeper than she expected. But it's like, is it good or is it bad or is it in between? So it's like it's a series with a twisted love story and an adventure inspired by Princess and the Frog and Bonnie and Clyde's story. So it's a mixture of certain things. So it tells a lot more. The show is really based in New Orleans, but it ventures off into other places concerning her music career, but more so New Orleans to tell its culture and its diverse group of people and languages and stuff. So it incorporates a lot of stuff, and it's rated TV 17. It's not for children. I don't recommend children watching it for certain aspects of it. It's not hardcore, but I like to keep that in mind and so people know ahead of time. You have been warned. Children find their way of watching a lot of stuff, so you just have been warned. But yeah, that's the premise of it, the short synopsis of it.
All right.
And we have a lot of people actually work on it than I expected. Limelight actually started off a very, very different from its final pitch and development. With just 3 people and me. So there was really nobody on here. It was just 4 people just doing something fun. It was really just gonna be like a really short, probably like for 4 minutes.
Again, felt that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really short. So it's like I'm surprised of the people because a lot of people actually joined because of the story concept, and it's like, oh, that's so different. I want to join. I'm like, oh, I'm not a professional. This is my first time making a show. But it's like, yeah, and it just seems like more and more and more people were coming, and it's just like, oh, I've never dealt with so many people. But it's still good because a lot of the people are like really, really nice and friendly, and we all like help and support each other in these things. So it's really fun. All my friends and everything. I met a lot of friends in here too, so I was like, oh, It's gonna be fun, guys. Go on this little jazzy ride with us.
Definitely one of the fun parts about things like this is you always find all kinds of really fun connections you were not expecting to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting maybe because I work with people, and the people that started to join recently has been Lackadaisy, Disney, and Warner. And so I was like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm not a professional. How these big time skills come in here and expect like I'm just now learning. It's like I'm not in the animation industry, but it's like I am doing it, I guess. I'm like my own industry, so it's like
I have definitely talked with people who have worked in the animation industry, especially I've talked with people who animate for Lackadaisy and Farfetch'd. I can tell you that in my experience, wow, what the hell is up with my words today? Professional when it comes to animators is relative.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're unprofessional. Like, they can be very professional and like know how to do the work, but when you socialize
What's that
with them,
supposed to mean?
when you socialize and just have fun with them, it's like, what the hell is going on today? We were not expecting this from an actual like professional crew, and we're all like shit posting gods right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, when you actually talk, because one of them I talked to, and they're like really, really sweet, and I'm like, oh wow, you are so nice. Like, how do you keep coming across these types of people? Because I'd be really scared because I'm not really a big name, and so I'd be like, oh, I don't really know how to talk to you. I'm just that type of person because I'm a very shy person. It may not seem like it when I came,
Mm-hmm.
but it's when I meet new people. I try to just keep a certain amount until like I get a feel of like what's your comfortability, what's my comfortability, and we all just literally just be like, just be yourself.
Yeah.
That's everybody in my company. Just be yourself.
I know.
Be
that feeling.
free. Just learn to treat and respect people, and then everybody could just be comfortable. Just have fun, Just socialize because I'm socially awkward. So help me out too. Oh.
It's not letting me change the size of my picture in draw pile. Oh no.
Oops. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, get in here, you dumbass.
Shut up.
And so, I am very excited to what we just now started working on. I started with working.
My drawing is finished. Okay, thank you, Drop Out. Sorry.
It's pretty. The comic. I'm excited about that. I actually am. I wish I could draw like at a really talented level, but it doesn't really work out.
Me talented. Oh, you're funny.
Right. And I was like, even Jack has more talent than me, so I'm just.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you make music. You can do music and voice and all this other stuff. I can only
I've been playing music for like years, though. It's practice. It's not talent.
Technically, well, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna be honest.
And the voice thing is because I'm just weird.
You said I'm just weird. we're all weird together.
True. I can tell you about that later, but it is true. It's fun. It's weird. My brain don't work properly, so that's why I do the acting. I need to say stuff other people tell me to say instead.
Me all the time. You just say what I ask you.
Yeah.
Ark.
What?
And it's just.
Ark, I'm not even in the stream. My talk sprite isn't there.
Oh yeah, one moment. I just woke up and I immediately jumped to something. What the fuck is going on?
DB is like, I'm not there, guys. I'm invisible.
So it is confirmed. Dana is speaking to us from the great beyond.
Hang on. Where is it?
CD.
Hell?
Where is it?
Okay, you know what? I need to.
I'm a ghost, dude.
Oh wait, let's try.
But it's fun. There's a lot of fun things happening. We granted, I'm the crazy part is I'm doing a lot with such little funding. So literally, it is sometimes a mission, but I just can't stop my creative mind, and I just want to do a lot and make a lot of things.
That's what
And
happens when someone puts a paywall behind your creativity.
yes, and when I was little, and I just couldn't do stuff because I had no money. As soon as I got old enough and I had a job, the first thing I started doing was buying all the stuff I never could, even toys. So it's just like the power of having money and it just be your own and not asking for your parents that will deny you. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. So that's what happened with this project. I got further on my own. I was like, I want to make a cartoon. I don't care where I am. I'm going to make a cartoon. I want to for fun. I usually sometimes I don't really put much thought into them. Like I just do what makes me happy, or just I just put my heart and soul into stuff and just make it that I just enjoy and be happy, and some others can enjoy. If you enjoy it, then you enjoy it. If you don't, it's okay. I guess it wasn't for you. That's just how I see it when I make stuff. Depending, because I don't really know the kind of feedback Limelight will get. But I know, but the feedback that I do with the certain amounts of people have said they really like the idea and it just looks really nice. And a lot of people talk about like New Orleans, and they can't wait to hear more about it because we want to put more so the accurate side of it as well as expand the creativity part. So it's gonna be a lot of that in the comics that's gonna be coming out. One of the first comics that's coming out really soon that I'm working with a person named Ninja Haku. They it's gonna be like Easter eggs and stuff or a special character you didn't know or see that appears yet. Because the book is called Out of the Shadows, literally because Carter and his demons. Is gonna start off with Carter because the show is about Ashura and the comics will be more so going a bit into Carter's world as well as the people around him, people he meet, along with the demons. So it's very exciting. We already had like our pages. I've already seen the pages and stuff and everything, and the script that is getting worked on. It's very exciting. It's gonna be fun. Very fun. Exciting. So I just get excited when I see stuff that looks good. Like I just faint over like if something looks nice and I say, oh my gosh, so cute. Everything's just cute to me when I just see stuff that I've made and other people draw it or make it. I faint in my mind. Like I didn't. It's just so it's exciting. There's a lot happening for it. I am hoping we get more funding for it. We do have a Patreon and a Kickstarter coming soon. But a Patreon right now, to earn more funding for it to support the team and myself.
Definitely, because I'm aware when I have talked with animators before, I remember one of them, Fable, actually brought it up that a lot of animators will take multiple jobs on at one time. Specifically because sometimes being an animator on one job alone isn't enough to pay the bills, and especially since a lot of them live in like Los Angeles. Yeah. So it's definitely being able to support your animation team and all that is definitely a huge plus if you can pull that off.
Especially because Los Angeles, that's a very very pricey place. That's actually. I wasn't ever really gonna move there when I did get more financially stable and get more money from my projects and company. I was going to move out of country technically. But now I don't know. Everybody got so sad, and when I just tell my friend, everybody be like, "No, Douglas, you want to move to England? Why? No, come over here." I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I don't really know. If I had to choose what state I would want to be in, probably Washington. Probably.
Okay.
Were you about to say Georgia?
No, I was not about to say Georgia. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I was thinking about my family that did live in Georgia, and I was like, wait, no, I didn't mean Georgia.
I mean, maybe it's vibes here, but you know.
No, you definitely want to. Yeah, I'm not going to Georgia, man. Fuck.
That's a good choice.
My goodness.
Me
It's
being
not.
the one who's been in Georgia for almost a full decade.
Wow, you've been in
Try
Georgia for 10 years?
18 years.
Almost a decade. Like I had no
least
choice but to move to Florida with my family because like I don't know, they were moving there anyway. So like at the moment I graduated from high school, start packing, we're moving.
Oh.
Wow. You know what?
And
I've been in the same state for 24 years.
and I kid you not, I think I was like literally a few days away from that 10-year streak. And they ruined it.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh my! I know my. So I thought about it. I just thought about a decade is 10 years. So don't say nothing to me.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at
it's
numbers.
like my OCD still hates them for that.
It's so I've been in the same place for 2 decades. I feel so ancient and old. I don't go nowhere. I'm stuck here forever.
It's all right. I just turned 30 a couple weeks ago, and I've been living in California the entire time.
You're 3 decades. We're the long decades in the same state. It's okay. That's just life.
Like I was born into a military family, so you know we didn't stay in one state for long.
Oh yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
Luckily my dad's retired now, so like once we move to Florida, that's it. We stay.
I'm approaching the 2 decades point in Ohio right now.
approaching retirement too.
Listen, so Mason, I don't know if you know who Jacob Barons is. He's another voice actor. He's a really cool guy. He lives in Florida, and every time they bring it up, I'm like, it's okay. At least over there in Florida, you have baby gators.
Fair. That's a fair one.
Yeah, but it's also like fucking Hurricane Central over here, even though NOLA is mainly the victim.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't get bit by those motherfuckers. Alligators may be cute, but I wouldn't get bit by them.
No.
Bastards.
Gators.
But
I don't know, like that. I sent this video to one of our former castmates, and hold on, let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, like I sent him a YouTube link of a little crocodile cuddling to their owner.
Oh.
Like literally going onto their belly and getting scritches. Hold on, I'll put it in chit chats.
Chit chat.
Oh
There's a
my
lot of things in
God.
here. I had to go all the way down. That thing scared me. I didn't know what that was.
It's a little crocodile.
New
and like I
Orleans
said-
got a lot of them gators. Going
it's just-
down the bayou. I always
Oh,
wanted to
man.
go to the
I
bayou.
haven't heard that song in a long time.
And it's best
Going
we
down
don't,
the
'cause you-
bayou.
No.
People originally thought Limelight was gonna be a musical, and I'm like, yeah, no. I don't have the energy nor the time to make 1,002 songs for you people. For a series too, a whole series about a musical, yeah, that's over with.
Especially when you have like the conflict of whether or not that song would fit the scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the premise of it. And it's just like, it's weird. There's music involved because Ashira does music career. But it's not like it's gonna be every time you step into the open, there's a bunch of people singing about songs and they all know it together. Like y'all didn't even rehearse it. You guys just sing together, you just know it. Like no. But
I think I remember seeing a video. It was either a video or a Vine. Where it's like High School Musical, for like just out of nowhere it breaks down into song. Like you just imagine the other student's perspective when that happens is like, wait, why are we dancing?
Right, and then you have to figure out where you're gonna stand in the midst of something. Be like, oh, I'll stand right here and do this same move through the whole.
Why did I come to this school?
Right, I'm like if I had to sing every day, I would have some broken vocals, and then the way I had to
12th grade advanced course.
I wouldn't last. I wouldn't last.
I love singing falsettos, but my god, it's killer on the throat.
I'm over here like I'm a musical theater nerd, but even I won't write a musical. That's too much work.
Wait, although that's not the talk of today, but there is an unannounced project that's going into works that is a musical, but
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say it until like Totally done. Talk about another time, but it is unknown, and I'm excited for it. But it is going to be for children because I love doing stuff with children.
Also leading that.
Shut your face. Just
Sky loves me. Sky loves me.
Just no, you. I'm gonna just zip you closed, and like that's what's gonna happen. So it's okay. Just know what I'm gonna do later. But
don't look at the draw pile. Don't look at the draw pile.
Okay, where am I?
Don't look at the draw pile.
But yeah, Limelight will have the evolution of music. So Ashura will be singing all different types of genres. There'll be different genres I'm trying to incorporate in it. The genres being country, pop, Celtic, maybe some Asian, like Ashura doing duets. Sometimes it'll be duets or her actually singing in that style. If so, it's just to find her voice of what her genre is and where she lies. So like it's gonna be like many different genres, and you'll know really, I guess, coming the end what the premise of it may be. So,
alright.
Exactly.
Anyway, welcome Lana. Finally,
Lana.
Hello, Lana.
So sorry. I am so sorry
you're
for
good.
It's
being
all
late.
good. You were fine.
trust
hate-
me, we were as ill prepared for this as ever.
I hate being late. I absolutely hate being late.
Oh, trust me. Like when it comes to like me being on an episode, and it's like we decide, my parents decide to have dinner at around 5:50.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
So I had to like
meet us
speed
for-
run.
Dinner.
Anyway, hello. I am very happy to be here for the mental support gator for Sky.
Mental support. Yes.
Well, yeah, like so, like
support I need. Because I'm very clearly
like,
unstable.
like you know how
I'm
like they have like
certified-
those service dogs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm certified mental health gator.
Yeah, it's like
She's our therapist.
Yeah. Some people have service dogs. Right, down in Florida, we have service gators.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. There is one on YouTube, and an old gentleman is his owner, and it's so wholesome. He dresses him up in tuxedo for a wedding, and goes to schools so that the kids can learn more about gators. And you just see this little gator smiling there because people are petting him. That's the life, man. That's the life.
That's life, and life is tough. It's hard to deal with.
Oh yeah.
It's hard
Anyway,
to deal.
hi, I'm Lana. I think everybody knows me.
Yes, Lana, the one and only, the very talented, the fabulous,
The annoying bitch who's being everywhere. I know. Yeah.
Lana, I swear to God.
Yes. What up?
I don't know what's going on.
And anyway, very fast introduction. I am the one who was lucky enough to sing the opening song and to revision these characters for animation.
Yes. The song is so amazing.
It's so good.
It is
I love it.
actually. The song is called Jazzy Ride, and it's on all streaming platforms. It is the intro for Limelight, and as well as the outro, getting prepared for it as well. We're excited for that because it's going to be a duet with Lana and the main lead, Ashura, singing. I'm actually excited to see what that's gonna be like. But the intro is very good. It's wonderful. Lana did a beautiful, wonderful job. And
Aww.
if you want to listen to it, and please do. And if you can, please do. Either or, please do. It's on all streaming platforms. You can hear it anywhere at all times. I tried to make it possible because actually coming next year, we have a whole album for season 1 of Limelight coming out, so you'll get like early access to the songs that will be played, and the intro and outro will be on there, as well as other songs that haven't been announced will be coming out next year as well on a CD. So if you want a CD,
Don't worry, I'm not allowed to sing.
I can't.
You did most definitely be bass, no exception.
Oh no, I am a very low bass singer.
Yeah, you're very, very.
You have a very nice, beautiful, deep voice, and that's all I'm gonna say. And Sky, you're not allowed to bully me, because I'm allowed to bully Sky, but it's not vice versa.
I bullied you with what I sent to you because you was like, don't have them do that for that voice.
Oh, and I was like, oh, my man.
Because I don't even think he knew. I never told him who was it for. I don't think he knew, so he just does lines when I give them to him. So
I didn't know I was getting paid.
What a good boy. What a good boy.
Oh yeah, please call me a good boy. I appreciate it. I didn't get enough love as a child, therefore I'm a degenerate.
She's
No.
Goddamn.
No.
We
No.
And Jazzy,
We're
the one
finally
and
all
only
here.
the star of the show.
Oh.
Yes, the queen. I love. Yes.
I just had a lot of stuff to do this morning, so I've been all over the place. But hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Oh my god, we actually got the full roster. Holy crap.
So we have to
No
go.
pressure.
They would all show up.
Don't worry, we're just gonna crowd their whole table, and it's okay. This is like a crowded lunchroom.
You sit on the table.
I know I do. I sometimes have sat on the lunchroom table just to make people mad and just not move. Because people take
I
me
just
as
think
soon as
this
I
was more
sit down.
comfortable.
When I sat down one time, I got up one
I'm gonna
time.
be the motherfucker who makes that nasty joke. Yeah, she sat on the table because she is the lunch.
No, oh my goodness.
Great.
Thank God that we're like TV14, TV16.
What?
Are we?
Sorry.
Wait, am I
mean,
not supposed to be saying
really?
swears?
No, we say
Swears?
cuss words here all the time. You're good.
Oh, thank fuck. I say too many.
No,
Of
no
course.
worries.
We're talking about a whole show that's TV17.
Yeah.
We're swearers. I feel like everyone in here swears very
Sky,
hard.
can I tell a little bit of a story?
Oh my gosh. Fine, you think it's so
would you
entertaining.
prefer? Which one would you prefer?
Do it. I don't care. But it don't
Intro
face me.
or one that we've known each other for a while for?
We've known each other for a while. The one you want to talk about.
Yeah. So this is how I found out it was a TV17 project. I was just hanging out in call with people, getting to know the rest of the cast, the team, and Sky pops in like always, and we're just vibing, we're just chatting, and everyone else ends up leaving. Whatever, it's just me and Sky, and Sky just goes, "Hey, are you cool with doing a sex scene?"
No! I didn't want that one! No!
And I was like, okay, sure. And she followed up with, okay, you're gonna have to moan. I was like, okay. And that was the time my boss told me I had to watch porn on the job.
I didn't.
She said, look, you're either gonna have to think about or like watch something to get you in the mood.
This is why I don't.
Who jumped in there? Because someone jumped in like at that exact same time. I think it was Nikki.
I think it was Robert and.
Oh, it was Robert. I love Robert. He's our vocal director. He's the best. And
you was talking about that story. I thought you was talking about how you became a voice actor. See, you little.
Oh, I can tell that one too. That one's funny too.
This is why we ain't gonna have that thing. Point blank. Period.
You're the one who brought it up, is all I'm saying, and I am going to embarrass you every time about it.
Why would anyone want to embarrass me? I'm like the nicest person ever.
Exactly.
But I do have that other story about how I became a voice actor for this project. It was on Casting Call, and everyone knows what Casting Call is, I'm assuming.
That's when everything first started.
And if you don't, what's wrong with you?
Exactly.
You're talking about Casting Call Club?
Yeah. And okay. So I saw this project, I was just scrolling around and I was like, I'm gonna throw it out there because I can do a Louisiana accent, which is what was asked for. So I did like that classic, down there by we got them scrimps and talking like a real Southern lad, And Sky said, and I quote because I'm reading this message, "I'm really falling for your audition. Period. It is definitely what I'm searching for. Period."
God.
Because so many people have done this voice, comma, and it wasn't cutting it for me. Full line break. So, if you can do this last thing for me, Sugar, we can start working with you and giving you the script, Sugar, again. So the last thing is, have you ever heard of the celebrity Keanu Reeves? That's like the voice preference. If you can get close to that, that'll be awesome. So you can send another take. And if you can't do his voice, you're still a high candidate for being picked. Regards, Sky.
Your point.
So, I am a Cajun Keanu, John Wick type deal. It's very funny.
That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of this really did start at Capcom. I don't even use it no more. Actually, I was trying to, but then it just didn't happen. I guess after they changed it, I didn't use it no more. But that's where all the wonderful, because it's really, I ain't gonna say it's easy, but you get more voices than you do any other type of production people. Because there'd be a lot of people that's just up for just like, oh, I love doing voices. I just want to do this sound or make this voice impression and do all this other stuff, blah blah blah. Because there was like, granted for this show, there was legit like 80 auditions, and I was like, and all of them was for voice acting. It was for no other position, just voices.
Yeah,
And
I do
Just
often wonder
voices.
if people understand that Casting Call Club can be used for more than just voice acting. I have seen a lot of positions open for projects like that.
right, and I was like, I don't think
Yeah.
a lot of people did, and so there was a lot of people in the beginning of Limelight. A lot of people did join, but then a lot left, like in the early stages, and I was
It
kind
was weird.
of.
It was
It
very
kind
weird.
of threw me off or made me feel like, oh, I guess because I'm new to it and I'm not like a professional in it. And so I was like, I guess it threw some people off. So I was like, I was talking to one of my friends that was working with me. I was like, I don't know. They was like, no, this is a great idea. And you was doing so all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, calm down. We're gonna see where it goes. Just me and my 4 friends and the certain group of voice actors that we had. Granted, these people was only in here for voice acting. The one that did stay with me from the beginning had so many other talents. And I was like, where? You guys didn't tell me all this other stuff. You just auditioning for voices like I wasn't having these other things in here. You guys just know how to, like, one of the people now, they're a musician, but they're an animator and a very good artist. I'm like, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me you had that type of skill. Like, it's amazing all the people that have so many like secret skills that they don't tell you. And so it was like a lot of people like that was in there. The biggest one was the original voice for Shira, and she like did a lot of stuff. She helped write and was like managing the whole thing, and it was going well at first, but as soon as like the script was done, she was like, so I know that you're gonna feel bad if something good news or bad news. I'm leaving. I'm like, oh, huh? I was like, wait, like she was like, yeah, all this and other stuff, and then my voice. She was talking about some she can't do singing and stuff and all this stuff. So it was like, oh, she was like, oh, I was like, oh, I understand. She was like, yeah, but she didn't want to be on it anymore. And so because she was really the main one that was doing a lot of stuff, it really threw it off more because she was the main one managing and gathering people. And she left with along with another writer. So I was like, okay, so what am I gonna do? And also, so I was like, you know what? It's fine. So I just get it together as best as I can from the little stuff I know. So then, because this is how we get our other great talent, because I didn't know this one was talented as well. I was like, it was so many people. So I put up an audition for a share, and there's a lot of people joining. People was tagging people. Someone was tagging one of like the famous voice actress for like games. She wanted to do it, but I'm non-union,
Right.
so she wanted to wait until I do stuff with union to join. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then someone tagged Jazzy, and she was like, and her man, she was like, yeah, I would love to audition. I can sing. Would I send it? Would I go? And I was like, okay. There was a lot of other people, but between Marion and Jazzy, I was like, since Marion already could do Jazzy was my top pick, and I was like, okay, let's hear Jazzy out. And it was just like a really friendly atmosphere. Like, I was just nervous because I didn't really. I'm just shy when it comes new to you, so I had to be like soft spoken, innocent with my words. But when I started talking to her, it just like my personality just erupted. Like, I didn't have that safe mode on, and it was just like, it was just fun talking with her. She was like so excited too, and she was sending me all her singing. She got a beautiful voice too. I was like, oh wow. I was like, I would love to tell you so. She's like, really? And it's just like, we just kicked it off from there, and as well as a friendship build, because she's very sweet, and I was so happy to have her on board and everything. Because then I started finding out all the other stuff she can do. I was like, oh, you can do a lot of stuff too. I was like, man, am I the only one that don't do all these amazing things like all you other people do?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Dang, that scared me.
I can
Oh no.
I can almost hear Jazzy over there, just like, oh god, stop! You're embarrassing me.
Tell me more.
I earn my money by bullying my boss, but no.
That's a shame.
I love you, honey. But we have stuff to do because you write all the cool things, you know? Like, without you, we would be nothing. I would be someone who can draw and sing, but the other person would be someone who can do the voices. But without the instructions, we are also just people with some skill set. And you're the one who created Limelight, so now we have actually something to make alive with these skills. So, yeah.
Aww. I feel touched.
I love because I just looked at the fucking stream, and I love how I'm on a test dummy, and my icon is there.
Yeah, I was trying. I thought we had a sprite for you, and I can't fucking find it anywhere.
I'm not. Yeah, last time it was also a last minute thing you guys made.
Oh, right. Oh, fuck.
I require a proper gator queen.
But yes.
Let's see. Actually, Lana, send me line art.
Yes.
If you have anything of Queen, like, even if it's simple line art or colored in or whatever.
If I have anything of Queen. You think I don't have anything of Queen?
Whatever
Hold
it is,
up.
as long as it's
Just
one of her
send him the nap.
Yeah, one of
Just
her
send him the
Hold
pin.
my beer.
Yeah.
Hold my beer.
I'll drink it if you give me that beer. You don't want to do that.
I don't like beer anyway. I'm a wine gal.
Real
Give me-
life.
But yeah,
I'm
I would just need one of Queen standing there and another of Queen, talking in some way.
I'm a
Just give-
classy ass bitch. Hold on.
Just give
I believe it.
me a buzz ball and I'll be good. Yes.
The
That's-
what?
That's the name of an alcoholic product. It's literally the size of a tennis ball, and
Bruh.
it contains like different flavors. I always go with Choco Chiller because chocolate and alcohol I guess works.
I mean, nothing with alcohol works, but go off, I guess.
That's because you don't drink, Lottie.
Yeah, because it's icky.
I mean, you're not wrong.
True that. True
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I couldn't speak to much, but I will say,
You do a
as
lot
an
of work.
Irishman,
These are coming new,
I
and you need.
I
our
do
record.
drink quite a bit.
You
Look.
kind of sounded like an Aussie, honestly.
Hey, you acting like you
You
can't
know,
do
there's
voices and talking about what voice should I do? Oh no. Oh, you know, you can't even keep going down for the show.
What's going
You
on?
need guidance all the time.
Look. Here's the thing.
No.
I am a genetic freak, and that's why I can do voices.
I don't want to hear
That
your
is-
excuses.
Dude, you wanna talk about it? You do nothing else but roast yourself. You wanna talk about it, dude?
Oh
You
no,
need a hug?
it's just genuinely the truth. I have a thing called Ehlers-Danlos, which is a connective tissue disorder, and it makes me super flexible, including in my esophagus trachea area, and that's why I can do whatever the fuck I want with my voice.
Rubber man.
I am.
wanna
I'm
know-
Monkey D. Luffy.
Oh my
I
god.
want to know you guys' experience being on the project with me, because I never really fully know what's on people's mind when they're just working on a project. So I don't know you, Jax, or you, Jazzy's actual thoughts of working on this project. Technically, I just want to know, what's it like working with someone so chaotic? And just confused?
Well, now that you're asking, no, I'm just kidding.
Normal, I guess. Chaos is life for me, so it's fine.
Chaos is life for me. Well, it's like everyone's so comfortable with chaos.
Yeah.
I am
That's kind of
chaos.
disturbing, though. Yeah.
Oh.
But chaos
Also,
can
like I
be
said, I
controlled.
didn't know I was getting paid, so I was just doing it for the passion, man.
Ark, I tagged you.
Woohoo!
I did.
But
I don't know
even
how you didn't know that.
Even chaos can be controlled.
No, it can't. Not me.
He tried to do a pun.
Missed the
I-
joke there.
I usually
don't pay attention enough, and that's my own fault.
I actually don't mind working in, like, I don't experience it as like chaotic, like the here and there you have some hiccups, you know, but like that's part of every production. And like, I don't know, I myself kind of a people call me a dominatrix personality. Honestly, I don't care. Somebody has to do it, okay? If somebody has to be the bitch who is like, okay, you do this, you do that. I don't mind doing that. Sometimes that's why I said, like, I'm like a mental support, fucking certified mental support gator, because sometimes Sky would be like, oh, I don't want to upset people, and I'm like, fuck the people. fuck them. They can go suck on a rock or whatever. I don't care.
I just like, I'm a person that's very considerate of the people.
And I'm
I
not.
work with concern. Oh my goodness.
No, I mean, listen. So here's the thing, right? There are some parts where you have to, let's say, wear the heavy duty gloves, and there are some parts where you should be very considerate. And I have both sides, but there comes a point where you like giving instructions to so many people. Sometimes you have to do it, man. Sometimes you have to do it.
I have to be the person to step my foot down and just be like, because I was talking to somebody about, it was, so we was making the new music for Limelight, and we had two different people performing, two different rappers, I say performing it, and it was between one and the other, and I was talking with the lead musician, and we have different thoughts and opinions, and I'm like, I really don't want the other one, but I'm like, let me be open-minded, because I don't know much about music, but I know what sounds good to my ear, if that makes sense, but, and he was trying to understand too, so we was talking, but we was very quiet for a moment, and then like, he was like, you technically it's your project. We're trying to bring your vision to life. Whatever you feel is best for it. And he's like, we'll go with that one. I'm giving you both points about each song. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I know what one I want. I just like, let me just see. Maybe we can go somewhere, because it was a lot of work put in it. That song was like the hardest one to really put together. And it was for Carter's theme. And I was like, this fucking song taking like 2 months. Like, and then we just put all this work in it. I don't know. So it's like, okay, I'm just have to start just dimming down on decisions I think is best. And we're just gonna have to. We don't have to just end up doing what's best, because this is gonna really hold the project back more on just sticking on one thought for too long, and that's something that really can't happen. We have to get something together so everybody can have something to work with. It's like, okay, so it's a process trying to have me just like he don't want to finalize everything, because I also want everyone to get their chance and opportunity. But if it doesn't fit, I guess it doesn't fit. So I just have to deal with that type of reality, I guess.
It'll happen, but there's definitely worse things that can happen, honestly.
Yeah, so many. So the show still has its trial and errors. I don't know what other people don't. So it's still a journey. It's a long journey. So I just know we are in it. We are in the midst of its final stages. The last thing being animating.
The fun part.
It's such a party. I love doing this.
Yeah, so it's
Why are you so loud?
So now
Me? I don't know.
He ain't turned up on my side, but
I'm dragging down to, I'd say, like 80%.
Am I well audible or poo quality?
You're pretty clear on my end.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay, no. Okay, I don't know if it's just me having shit memory, but honestly, Lana, I think this is the first time I ever heard you speak.
What?
Well, then again, it's because like I have a shit memory, but I think it's also because like I don't know where I was, because it's been. I don't think we've ever had an episode with you since like season 2.
It is season 2, you dumbass!
So it's confirmed. It is just Mason's memory is terrible right now.
All right, then.
Yeah, can't. It's gonna be fun living on my own, not knowing. Oh shit! Did I pay my taxes?
Do not worry, man. Do not worry.
I'm excited for all these new characters.
I'm excited when I will finally be able to design them. You know.
Throwing shade, I see.
Oh, dude, I've been being the boss lady, cause oh man, I love the fucking character designers. They're like, you know how I picture myself, like the fucking mom chicken, and all these little chicks around me, like beep, 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 beep. And they're coming to me like, hey, is this good? Is this good? So I love it. I love my job. But then I told
I love it. I love my job.
I thought you were gonna be like that real like parents. Just be like
no. I love it. No, I love it. I genuinely love it. It's just I told Sky like, man, I really want to design too. And Sky's like, oh my god, you want to design more? I'm like, bitch, I only revisioned them. I didn't design them.
She kept on talking to me about like, oh, I just want to design more and give me more.
I feel like I think that's the exact thing that like these guys, that these cast members get on my ass about, because they think I work too hard on this Insanimator stuff.
Because you do. You pull all-nighters for thumbnails.
I be thinking Lana works too hard too, but she just like every time she comes with me more, and if I don't give her enough, she's not satisfied. And literally keep asking me, and I'm
It is true though. It is true. Like she is such a little soft marshmallow. She's like, oh, I don't want to overwhelm you. I was like, bitch, if you're giving my song away, I'm gonna find you. I am the one who's making the ending song. I'm not giving it to anyone.
Like I'm dedicated and I want to stay for a long time.
That's me whenever it comes to literally anything.
To be honest, she was really only staying for the pilot, but clearly you can't really get rid of a gator. They're gonna stay in that water.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
We've also, I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of us have heard about the movie Crawl, so yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
But, because I was really happy because, granted, all the characters, there was original designs from the beginning, but when Lana came on, it was more, so we had to adjust it to animation friendly, and it's really nice, because the style of the animation style really, because I'm more old school. And so I really like the old type films and movies, and so the animation style, because all the team was asking me, all the animation team and artists, they was like, what's the animation style? What's the style? Because I don't really have a style. I just draw. I don't really know all the in-depths of character design. I just draw because I'm bored or I just need a stress reliever. And when so it was between a lot of stuff, and there was a lot of no's and a lot of unsures because some of them was out of their field of comfort or they wasn't in that skill yet. So I was like, okay. So I had to pick some. I was talking with one of them. She's one of the lead rough animators, and she's like, she likes the one where you can have like creative freedom with animating, because you get to like exaggerate certain movements or expressions. So the animation style that we went for was The Road to El Dorado.
Cannot go wrong.
It was a very good movie, and I always liked the design and like the expression. It was really something I really enjoyed, and I told everybody. Everybody was like, "Oh, I love that!" There's like finally everyone was in agreement. So I was like, "Great, I finally did something right." So it was like,
so for the moment, like you guys start making like a really gigantic success with this series, I could just imagine at least a couple of you just like doing that little song they do. It's like a tons of gold for you, hi, a tons of gold for me, hi, a tons of gold for we, hi.
Now I have it. No,
I did absolutely nothing of that. However, I was in the production, and I was like super excited, and because I was just done with the opening, and I was like, yeah, oh, this is so fun. And I was like, okay, so where are the character sheets? And Sky's like, there are no character sheets, and I'm like, like just grasping on the table. I'm like, what? You don't have your anime. You don't have reference sheet for your animators. Hold my drink. And then it just yeah. That's how I actually started working with Sky, like outside the opening. And she was like, okay, if you draw Carter in the new style, like the revisioned style.
Yeah, I told her if you could draw, because Carter is my biggest passion. One of my favorite characters. Jack.
And she was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, just give me a bust shot. And I gave her an entire sheet of Carter.
Oh my God.
And I was like, yes, I'm dedicated. I spent 5 hours on this. You're welcome.
Oh man,
and she was like,
so bad. I felt so bad when I was like, I just asked for a bus shot, man.
I went full on to get that fucking job, because I was like, I'm gonna help those fucking animators, because I was like, oh my god, poor children. They must be so lost. And then we talked to the one of the rough animators, who also became lead rough animator, right, Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of the I don't know if she ever saw it. Her name is Lonely. Compared to everybody that was showing me their roughs, she seems like, so for me, she seemed like a very good rough anime, despite what she says about her. And she's like a person that can adapt to any type of animation flow. I say I don't really know the proper word for it. And her animation is very smooth and clear. Like it's that smoothness that I love, and she does
It's
it better
so
than anyone. She does it
good.
better than anybody I've seen. Not just kind of everybody. Everybody's good. I can't even animate, so everybody can animate. But the vision I was looking for the animation, Lonely had that capability, and she was shocked when I told her about it. And she's like, "Oh," she just said a lot of stuff in the DM. That's too much, but it was like, yeah. And so when everybody got the concept, the redesigns, but done by Lana, everyone was literally like over the roof about these guys. I was like, okay.
You didn't even tell me that.
No, everybody said everybody loved the designs, and it was like this looks really, really good. And I remember, and I know one of the designs I sent it to you guys to show. It was one of the other characters. Ariana, like, was literally
the girl.
There was a lot of
The
people
girl.
favorite.
So this is one of those images you sent me earlier, right?
Right, Ariana, yeah, the one in the red, and
The one in the red.
The red lady.
oh, she's so gorgeous. When she did it, I was like, cause she wanted originally the other lead was gonna do it, and when I was setting it up, but then I got a message from Lana, and she's like, "Can I please do Ariana? Like, she's just so sexy. I just want to draw her." She's like, "I just want to draw her so badly." I was like, "Oh, sure." That was another one too. I was like, Ariana, I like her a certain way because the character I want. It's like certain ones I will tell her I really, really want it this way, and I'll be very critic on them. Certain ones I wouldn't be because I know the other ones was like some, but Ariana, Carter, and there was one thing with Ashira, and I was like, I'm very precise in the thing.
We've got Ariana up on the screen right now.
And I was like, when she sent me Ariana, I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, that's a bad bitch right there. I was like, I see the energy in her. And her hips, she got the hips and everything. I was like, that is,
you bet.
That is Ariana.
Gotta have them hips.
With Ashira was a really simple concept. She was actually, I'm gonna tell a bit of the origin of Ashira, because it was basically, I used to be into has-been. And that's how I really met all my friends and different people. And everybody, when it was a server with my friend, and everybody was showcasing OCs, original character. I was like, oh, I don't have one. I've never had a tablet either. This was when COVID first hit, and I was out of a job. I didn't have nothing and anything, so it was like a depressed moment for me. And so I just went back to Discord because I used to be on Discord, and I was like, I got to Discord because it was a fan fiction that I saw, and I was like, they said they had a Discord. I was like, oh, I know Discord. I was like, maybe I can talk to them. I guess we can make something. And so I joined, and that's where my life and journey began. Because I know a lot of people some people think Limelight has been in production for a very long time. No, technically the concept. Technically, the concept of it was in production close to the end of 2020, and when we stepped further in, it was 2021. So, I made an OC for Has-Been, and her name was Tequila. And she was a bunny. It was a bunny with
I approve.
based in the old style. Because it was supposed to be just a representation of me. Because I look cute and innocent and stuff on the inside, but I'm very different internally and like a vicious type animal. So everybody thought it was so cute. And I was like, oh, thanks, guys, because I drew it on paper because I never had a tablet. I never used a tablet in my life. And so it was on a notebook, and I used my pictures. If I do have it one day, I will show you guys when I find it. But it was with my pencil, pen, and markers. Simple. And everybody liked it and everything. So as it got further down to when we was all leaving the we was all expanding and more things kept coming to me and I started drawing again. I stopped drawing for 10 years. Because I was just so busy in life. Just life.
Yeah.
So I really didn't have no inspiration. I felt like all my skills went to waste and everything. But joining that made me want to do it again. And I started growing back in my art skills. Shockingly. And I started writing again. So I did a fan fiction for Tequila. And her life name when she was alive was Ashura. And I had a whole story. It's still up. I didn't get the chance to delete it because I'm too lazy.
I felt that.
There's so much work to just want to think about deleting stuff. Just keep it there. And so when one of my friends read it, she goes by Fluke. You can find her in many places. Her name was Fluke. And she read. She's like, you know what? She was the first one that told me, and she's like, you know what? Ashura has this amazing life before she died. Like, she's like, there's so many things you should do with her because Ashura in her life, she was a jazz singer and as well as a teacher by day. So, and a jazz singer by night. Yeah, of course, public period. And so, and I was like, really? She's like, yeah, you should like do something separate from Has-Been. And I was like, really? So I brought the other ideas to my friend. And one of my friends that was doing the voice for Alistair when we was role playing, he was like, I will actually love to be a part of this and help you in any way I can. I'll voice any character. He was like, you should really do it. I was like, oh. So it's just like, it just turns to this thing of me and my guy friend, the two girls, just trying to come up with something with the show. And I was like, I really didn't know how to start it off, and I was like, she's just like in the spotlight. We should call it spotlight. One of them said that sounded bad. I was like, okay, you didn't have to say it that way, but titles aren't easy. Words are hard. So, I was like, I had to really come up with a premise because usually for me, the thing that people have, because I'm on other writing projects, that's another thing why I'm never really that available for a lot of things. The only time you ever see me talking is because I'm trying to not burn myself out.
That's fair.
But I'm in other writing projects, and they like, because I can you give me one random character and I can think of a whole life for them. And that's just how my writing brain goes, because I can think of so many things and I just expand further on it. Even in its final stage, like Limelight, even in its final stage, there's already stuff I want to change. Like certain ideas that came to me, I was like, I hate that. I was like, damn, if only I would have thought of it in the beginning, we wouldn't have to change it so many times. Yeah. So it was a journey of how it started based on Has-Been Hotel. And so I didn't want to build off her success. I wanted to actually do my own thing. And so I told them how the name came about was based on my life of, I feel like certain things, I'm in the limelight of things, of who I am or what I do in my life and stuff. So I was like, Limelight sounds perfect. And it's like, ooh, what made you come up with Limelight? So I was like, I told them. I was like, all this other X, Y, and Z. So that's how the title came about. And then that's where we went from there, coming up with ideas and me drawing, writing, music. Damn sure not animating. But it's just so many things incorporated. And the first thing I wanted to do when I drew out all the characters was get voices. And I don't know why that was the first thing. That should have actually been the last thing. But that's really not how life worked when I make projects. I get voices first. But that was the good part on my side because everybody had different skill sets and they wanted to add to it. And so I was like, okay, cool. So that's how Limelight started in its ancient form. And COVID has helped me. Even there was a lot of bad in it, but also the good in it for me going back into what I love to do and then expand from it and grow in it on the times I was able to be at home and actually do certain things and have time to do certain things. So it was a lot that happened in 2020, and I'm here now in 2022. Still doing too many things.
It's kind of like a fair point because, like, I used to work in a movie theater, and it, like, before the whole thing happened. And when 2020 hits, obviously, you know, the whole lockdown thing, my theater shut down, I was out of a job, and I decided to browse Discord, and in that recent time, when I was working in the movie theater, someone mentioned Hazmat Hotel to me. I was like, why not? I'll just join a Hazmat Hotel server, you know, why not? Screw it. And the next thing you know, I don't know who it was that I met first in this group. I cannot remember for the life of me. It was either Ark or Dana. I'm pretty sure Dana was the first one I met because
the first one to get everyone's attention.
well, yeah, mainly because at that time, everyone was like, "Wow, you sound a lot like Ashley," and then like we were all just. Admittingly, a lot of us were kind of teasing you about that until the owner actually brought in Ashley.
Yeah.
And then, and then, like a few more of us were just kind of like having a laugh and like getting to know each other. And I think I don't know who said it jokingly. It was like, man, like we could be like Honeycast 2.0 or like 1.5 or 0.5, and I'm just like, wait, why don't we make our own podcast?
Well, I was over there. I remember I was the one who said, imagine if we made our own podcast, and that's what got you to say.
She said, imagine, guys. I didn't want to turn it to reality, but imagine.
Yeah. Like, literally, was like, guys, this was just a joke. I didn't think we'd take this seriously.
that literally be it. It'll be like, I'll be thinking of stuff, and I'm like, it's just a dream. Should I really make it a reality? And that's when you be doing a lot. And that's how life works.
Yeah.
But I just noticed someone was asking, they don't know what Limelight is about. I don't know if I should say it again. It was in the beginning on what Limelight was about, but I don't know if it was like a bit of a synopsis, honestly, of what it's about. It's based in New Orleans. We all know that. The culture and the life and its people. About a young black woman named Ashira, aspiring to be a singer and make a name for herself in the industry. Along with her friend Cheryl, who is a dancer, and she wanted to share that dream with her. But things get complicated, you know, dealing with voodoo and having a voodoo man named Carter. Definitely up there. Things get complicated, but it turns into a weird romance with an adventure and very twist.
Now I cannot stop imagining Carter like wielding a dead chicken or like a shrunken head.
So Carter
Well, I wouldn't be too opposed to that, depending on what Sky wants.
Carter is the one that with Carter. We don't really talk about Carter is probably the most complex people to write about, and now it became a mixture with Ashira is more complex because we had her story, but then when it got into something of mixing with Carter's, that's a little special. No one knows. This is something new. Just point this out. Her story got mixed with Carter's. I won't say too much, but so it became very complex. So with Carter's side, I'm gonna only give you a snippet of a good tea with Carter. Carter, he's not your regular like voodoo man. I will say he does have a shop. Carter does have a shop, and there is
your average voodoo man. She said.
What
is an average voodoo man?
So, like Carter doesn't show much of his powers. It actually takes a certain toll. I'm not gonna tell you why. You just watch the show. I'm not gonna spill too much, but
let's find out.
which we'll have to find out. But Carter doesn't really use his powers unless really necessary. So he more so for his shop. He more so sells trinkets and certain masks, and sometimes gives actual potions or types of spells and stuff. Because he doesn't care the consequences. You know the consequences of a voodoo shop, but yet you still have these weirdos that come in and want to shop and just think it's cool as a trinket. And Carter won't tell you. He's gonna just sell it to you. In his very charming way. Carter is a very charming, a very just charming man, and he has a way with words. He's very sweet with words. I can't say I don't want to say he's a ladies' man, but I guess.
But he's a ladies' man. We know he's a ladies' man. Mm-hmm. We know. Mom, we know. We know.
No, Mama, you don't know.
We know.
But
I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But honestly, if you compliment me like that, I'm very happy to take it.
Your Carter voice is tickling this chick. Like, she is digging you at this point. But
listen. You at this point, you gotta just moan, "Oh, moral," and then my life will be done.
Oh no!
No, I'm leaving.
I'm leaving.
You guys are not.
This is what you brought on for. If you want more of it, no. Serious.
You guys did to me in the team server. No, you ain't finna gang up on me with voices.
Yes, we are. Fucking stop me.
Oh my god.
This guy.
When you joined upon this little stream here, you came in here with good morals.
No!
Good morals.
I hate it here.
Same, dude. That's my life.
Me and her was thinking, I hate it here. Because, let me tell you, because he does I like Carter's voice because the specific voice I gave him, of course, is inevitable. And then there was one of the artists, they do an Alistair voice because I like Alistair. And then somebody else came in. They did this other girl that they know I like, and I was like, y'all not gonna do this while I'm in here trying to work. I'm not gonna stay in this whole area with hearing this. Like, but they all kept talking. They was having this whole conversation with my name involved, and I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. So I left. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be in there. I just come here to work. But
yeah.
But Carter is
whatever.
But you'll know more about Carter the comic about him, Out of the Shadows. Out of the Shadows will basically only have, I forgot what we was talking about. I think 6 or 8 chapters. It's not going to be really, really long because I don't want to spoil too much. We don't want to give away too much, just to know certain little Easter eggs or get an idea of what Carter's character is. He's a very distraught type or disturbing background. Right. But all I won't say what the background is, but he has a lot of psychological issues.
People are going to be trying to fix me. Is yeah.
And I'm guessing
the only person that can.
I'm guessing Carter.
Don't worry, we have a way of fixing you. We have a way of fixing you. Snip, snip.
I'm guessing Carter is the one we have on the screen right now as Akir's talking sprite. Or
yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you flat out. I don't think snipping is gonna work. Sky has given me pretty detailed descriptions.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I definitely did. Because literally, he was like, I really want to know my character.
I did not. I didn't say anything about dick size.
What are we talking about? You gonna be on mute, bro. You finna be on mute so hard.
Here's the thing: like, if you were to look at Draw Palette right now, you can obviously see the one thing that most certainly will happen to this stream. And please ignore the well-drawn man on the left.
Oh my gosh!
I can't understand. This is why I know to do with you next time when we talk about Carter. It's okay. But
Well, now I'm scared.
yeah.
Am I getting fired?
Now you're scared.
No.
Now you're scared.
I don't want to
No,
be an
I couldn't
unemployed
do it.
artist.
They're too talented. I couldn't get rid of either or. I really want to keep all of my my lovely talents. I can't. It's too talented, and I really love all of them very much. I love all my teams because they really helped expand to where it needs to be under a very poor budget. And I was like, you guys, they do a lot. They do a lot for me, and as well as moral support. I don't even want to use moral after what Maddox said. I just moral support. I'm gonna just say support. So, but yeah, I appreciate all of them. My lovely, talented voices, especially Lana and Jazzy, not Jack.
Do you see how I get treated? Do you see how I? This is such a common occurrence.
No, it's not.
You need.
No, it's not.
This is literally all you say. You never appreciate me. I'm trying so hard.
Jack, you need to call the union.
But then I can't work. I'm not that big.
I'm gonna play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. Damn.
Oh no! Oh, don't worry. I
love the violin. It's so much fun.
I got you. Hold on. Shh. Listen.
No.
Please. Stop!
All right, so love the whole of that story because it's very fun. It goes to one of the things that I love to get onto the most whenever I talk with anyone about anything with these projects is the human side of all of it, and that people just get into these projects and have fun. It's not a matter of like, oh, this is gonna make it big for me. No, people just want to enjoy doing something. So
no, yeah.
With that,
No, we don't enjoy
yeah.
this. We
No,
do
the
this
no
for money.
part.
That's different.
Yeah, the no part was about making it big. Because granted, my aspect, I do want the project to blow up, but mostly it's for personal reason because I just want to support my mother for raising me. After my father passed, and she has a lot on her, and I want to do more for her while she's still on this earth. Because she is at an up in age, and so I'm really hoping to get where I need to with my projects and company, so I can just give her a home, so she doesn't have to go to a retirement home, and she can just relax at home, and I give her money. She don't have to work. I prefer to do that. I just really wanted to do more and support her more, so that's why I'm doing all this stuff. I'm not a person that's big because the type of person I am. I'm not a person that's big on being famous because there's so many things that come with that, and I don't need everybody in my fucking business. People be too fucking nosy. Like I don't just like when people just talk about what they eat in the morning, and then a lot of people just comment about it and just shit. I don't want to tell you what I eat in the morning. I don't want to. It'd be weird stuff that people want to know and just think is so cool, and it's just like. For me, that just seems a bit creepy.
I want to be famous because I think it would be funny.
You would. You're the only person that would.
Troll with it. I just
But I do.
outlandish things.
Yeah, I'm not a person that's big on fame, but I do want us to grow to help support my mother as well as do better by the team on it and the team that is coming on the show. There's I'm shocked by a lot of people that want to join. But
it's definitely something I very much appreciate about it because you don't see that very often. It's like I just want this to be helpful to people that either for myself or the people that work on it. You're going beyond just your own vanity,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard because I'm not a hard person to please. I was telling Lana that too one time. I was like, I'm like the easiest person to feed. Just give me food or chocolate, and it's cool.
Yes.
Food or chocolate.
I'm a type of person. Even when a person is small or big, I think everyone's equally. I'm still talk to you. I can't reach a certain level where I won't talk to people. I'll try to get as many people as I can. If I do blow up in that type of way and I get bombarded with many messages, I'll try to get to them as much as I can. I can't get to all of them. Just like with emails being there, and I literally get to them late and it'll be like, I'm sorry, I saw it. It was so many others. I couldn't get to all of them.
Right.
So it's just like to do that. So yeah, I'm not big on fame, but it's just my goal into what I'm doing. And so the show is really just made out of, I would say, love. I like to put a lot of love and stuff and passion into what I create, because it is, I want to give off a natural vibe. Like, this is something you see everyday life. It'll have, that's why I have the certain people I have, because it's really based on, there are certain things, and I only tell my head writer it, there are certain things that's based on real life and my and stuff I've seen or dealt with in my life. And it's like, if you see it or watch it and you feel like it can help you, or you've been in this space and you can go and it'll help you in some way, then please watch it. If it feel like watch, I like making stuff where people can relate and help them in a way if they're in a depressed and stuff state, because that's why I usually go to certain shows or watch certain things, because I was like, oh, I had that. Because Encanto was one of the biggest things for me, like Luisa and Dolores.
Oh, pressure.
The pressure when it comes to care, especially with my type of family, because I felt that from the core, is so stressful and everything, and I just feel so pressured. And it's like with Dolores, I know so many things and I want to help, but I can't say nothing. I just listen. In my mind, I'll say things I want to do, but I know it won't work for everybody, and I just have to keep to myself, because it's not my business. I can't say nothing.
Right.
So Encanto was really one of those, and I was like, I want to make something like that to where it makes a lot of people happy, and it helps people in their need of feeling like I'm not the only person in the world like this.
Definitely a very fair goal. I like that.
Yeah.
You've definitely, and it's definitely been a lot of work put into this, because you sent me quite a few things for displaying for this project, and there's a lot of really cool designs going on with these characters.
You thought you saw it all, because Lana and Didi and these other people are on a roll. Let me tell you.
I heard my name.
It's like, I was really happy because I wanted to wait for it, because I knew if I gave it to her off bat, she wanted to do it right away. I know how Lana works. I was waiting till she was done with all the characters, right? Because I had in my mind to ask her anyway.
Yeah, in fact,
feed me with the character designs. Feed me.
Yeah, you sent me this banner that Lana did.
Yeah,
and it's
that was the banner I sent her to. I'm sorry, I started smacking.
I just wanted to ask, like, yo, what the fuck?
And so I sent her a banner that I did, and I was like, I knew Lana could do it because these was basically her designs. So I was like, Lana, can you really like upgrade this whole banner? Because I know you can do it. And she was like, oh, for sure. I just give her, and she was like, yeah, of course. What? Because she just loves to do. She says, what makes me happy, what she says she really loves drawing these characters, and like it's just so nice.
Yeah, like Sky until this day has like a hard time believing that I genuinely love to be on this project, and every time I tell her, like, cause like here's a teeny tiny background story. Like, don't want to go too deep into it, but I really wanted to break through, and some stuff like really happened, and that really pulled me down, and Sky was like the one who was like, yeah, of course, I'm gonna give you the chance to do so. So every time when there's something I can improve the show with, I'm genuinely happy, and I am actually very passionate about it. And she's like, I still don't understand. Why are you so like she beats me up basically like, why are you happy for working with me? And I'm like,
why are you happy?
Why are you happy?
Because why do you like to work on this project? And I'm like, bruh, because I do, because it makes me happy, because I stayed silent until now because obviously this is Sky's part to shine, but like seeing, and I'm pretty sure like the voice actors and co-writer and like all the people in like the main core cast, everybody who is like participating, it's just such a unique thing, seeing something growing from nothing, like a tiny little seed, to an entire production. It's crazy. It's like so interesting to see, like, you know, like everything is getting to its place and it's getting more polished, and eventually you see the final product and you're like, whoa, that was a crazy ride. But it's really cool to see. And that's why
it legit started off really legit with nothing.
Yeah, like a little tiny little seed, and then it just grows out into this giant project. And I looked back because there was this big meeting I couldn't attempt, but I watched back the recording, and then people are like, yeah, on indie project websites, there are multiple websites mentioning Limelight, and Sky's like, really? I haven't heard about them. And the people were like, yeah, bruh. People are talking about this shit, and Sky's like, but why? And I'm like, what do you mean why? Just take the fucking compliment.
yeah.
My God! Sometimes like
I do take compliments.
I don't care. I'm aggressively throwing the heart emojis at you, and you have no other choice but to take them.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have work, so I gotta go. Bye.
Take it easy, Akira.
Bye.
All right, that's it.
So
No,
yeah,
not-
I just wanted to quickly take like the time to say like, Sky, you really improved day by day, and I'm so proud of you that, you know, you're pulling this together, you know? Like, you genuinely deserve the credit, and if I'm gonna be there eventually, cause that's the plan, like everybody's gonna gather whatsoever, blah blah blah, like I would tell you the same personally. So yeah.
You know what? I'm just like,
Emotions.
because of
Compliments, no, my weakness.
yeah, because it's a lot. This is really a lot because it's my first time, and then I'm always still adding on to, like, there's multiple projects in the I'm working on while working on this, and the pilot isn't out, but I believe in it with the team I have, and it's gonna be out. I'm hoping to see the release. I'm hoping is 2023 in March. To get everything. So woo! And we was actually going to do a premiere 2 days prior before the release with the team. I was gonna, those that can't fly out, and I was gonna fly.
What do you mean we were gonna do that? You're saying it like you gave
No,
up
we're
on
still doing
it.
all the work I put in.
We were supposed to do that, but you know, guys, it's just a prank. Bye.
It's just a prank, bro.
No, we're still doing it, and I wanted all my teams, if they can, mainly the main cast and main team, because everyone's gonna come to Chicago. The premiere was gonna be in Chicago, and Marcus is letting me hold it in their theater. It was Marcus or Imagine. It was one of those two. I forgot them. It was one of those theaters. So we was gonna do it there. I wanted to make, because everybody that's in the project is majority of them are new, and so I know I'm not really a big name, but I wanted to make it feel like this is a big thing for them and they're special and important. So
Because it is.
because I want y'all both is funny. So I had, because my family does a lot of stuff and caterings and events and stuff, and we're a very talented group of family. And so it was gonna be like a big event, like actual premieres you see and stuff. We was gonna have our premiere banners, a red carpet, all the good stuff to show that you guys made this. This is important. This is our show. We've actually made a show together. Everybody from the bottom or started with nothing. We made something like this together.
We made a picture show.
We made a picture show. It moved, guys.
We made a picture show.
You guys, Lana creates the characters. The animators made it move. The background artist had the background to make it look beautiful and dazzling, and then the voices, the Jazzy and everybody in the voices, he brought these characters to life with your beautiful voices. It's just like there's a lot of things incorporated. I want to show and give that love to them, and that's what I'm going to make happen. I'm gonna be the hostess as well, and stuff. And if those want to stay, when I do fly them out, maybe if those wants to stay a little bit longer and not fly back the day of, because it's gonna be time. It's gonna be late at night. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck is flying back at home at 3 a.m?
Who the fuck is doing that?
I've done it before, so.
So it was going to have everybody stay, I guess, for a certain amount of time, like only 2 days, I guess, and just show them around my neighborhood and everything. I have a whole thing arranged because I'm a person that likes to be prepared. So I'm a person that arranges stuff either a year plus or in advance, depending on how big it is, or a certain months. That's what's depending on it. But I like to be prepared way in advance. So it's a lot of stuff incorporating when it does get released. But hopefully, I'm hoping, because I know the animation team is really waiting to put their foot into this thing. Hopefully, start animating in the spring or the beginning of the summer. I'm hoping. We're just trying to I'm trying as hard as I can to get all this stuff together as well as doing other stuff in my day job. I don't know how to do that job.
That's evidently the challenge, is making sure life can keep going as long while you're working on the project, because
it's because when you're the main person running it, and you don't really know for sure who you can. Not saying that I don't trust anybody, but it's a big responsibility to manage it when I'm away, because I don't know who's comfortable with getting bombarded with a lot of questions or what are they doing, because I get that all the time, and so I'm just used to it at this moment, because I do want to make sure everything is going the way it's supposed to, but it's a big responsibility, so I need to be able to know I can trust somebody to do this while still coming to me about the changes or improvements or what's going on. So it's a lot, but I know it's going to go well, whether we get big or not. I was really happy to actually make my own thing. I've always wanted to make a cartoon because I was inspired by my favorite movie, Balto. I loved Balto when I was little. When my grandma was still alive, I would always go to her house, and when I first started spending the night, she didn't have nothing to watch. And then she had the old ass television. And so we only had DVDs. And I'm like, okay. And she had all these old films. And I was like, she was like, you gonna have to watch something, baby. I can't. I'm like, okay, grandma. And so she let me select certain ones. And there was only 3 that caught my attention. I don't know why the third one, I didn't even like it. It was Scooby-Doo, What's New Scooby-Doo, that really old ass Scooby-Doo, and I hated Scooby-Doo.
Same, dude. Same.
It was Scooby-Doo.
Oh my god. Fuck Scooby-Doo. There, I said it.
I'm dead. Then it was, what the fuck, man? Then it was The Simpsons, and then it was Balto. And of course I watched Balto first because I love a good cartoon film, and I loved it ever since, and I still watch it. Anybody asks me what's my favorite movie of all time out of all movies, I say Balto. point blank period. Because I really felt I love those types of stories. And my favorite show of all times, because I'm still not watching Scooby-Doo. I told her I'm not watching it. And so originally she wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons, because Simpsons is an adult film. I mean, it's an adult show. But when she was asleep, I was bored. So I put in The Simpsons. She had season 1 through 4. And I fell in love with it right away. And my characters, Homer and Bart, the whole show, it was so funny. Homer being my favorite. So I was like, yes, Homer, The Simpsons is my favorite. So I was mainly inspired by those two things, is The Simpsons and Balto, for shows and to make a cartoon and stuff, and to do something more so in an adult range. So I was like, yeah, these are my tops. So now I wanted to do more. So I watched a lot of stuff. But I knew those was the main things because I was stuck in that house with nothing else to do. So either I was stuck keeping watching The Simpsons or rewatching Balto. So I was like, until I was able to go back home. So I did.
Alright.
But yeah. Oh, my inspiration.
What's the what?
No! I started eating again.
Oh.
Stop stuffing your face middle sentence. Jesus, woman.
But I was like, those are my inspirations. And then I know I wanted to make stuff with children. I love children. Children are everything. I love educational children stuff, doing stuff for them.
Well,
Like the stuff with Blue's Clues and everything. Because the project that's coming up is for children, like I was saying. The other one, while Limelight is in process. And so I was a big fan of Arthur and Sesame Street.
I
always loved.
For the longest time, I was not aware that Arthur was still going until just recently.
I wasn't aware.
Oh man, I was so sad because it struck me with all the nostalgia. So
No, because I didn't know it was still going on until 2021. I was like, oh, Arthur still continuing? I don't know. I thought it was literally over.
Yeah.
And I was like, they had Arthur being my top. Well, I can't say top one because Sesame Street and Arthur combat. It's like the morality and stuff.
Right.
And the stuff you write. And Sesame hits really hard with certain things and its storytelling. And I always loved it, as well as Arthur at times. And so I was like, I really want to be able to do this with children. I know I started off with an adult show because it came off with trying to have Tequila have her own story. But then I wanted to do more things. Like I was telling somebody, I want to do different genres. I want to do adult. I want to make stuff for children. I want to do horror. I love horror films.
Oh, horror's amazing.
But it's just like, because I wanted to make something where everyone could enjoy or watch, of all ages and cultures and stuff. And that's something I wanted to do. As well as now, when I do get the teams to make these, I want to garner more support for them and comfortability for them, because when people join, they think I'm a very different manager. Because what I like to do, I don't really bombard people really when finishing anything or when stuff needs to be completed, because animation is looked at something belittled, and it's a really, really hard job. It's very time consuming, and it's a strain, and you have to stare at a bright ass screen all the time looking at the same shots or remodeling the same shots. That gets tiring, and that can really mess with you. And so people always ask me, I still get it, when should this be done? I was like, I do tell people, don't go exceeding over 2 months at least. Just let me know what I can do and we can work around it. But I don't really give people a specific deadlines. And granted, these people literally still send me stuff as soon as ever. And I don't even really be getting, that's what be getting me. And I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm. And so I try to take in consider, because I want to make a workspace of how I would want to work and stuff. This is and I want to give that the same to other people, because I know animation is stressful, and I want to take into account. And then with the budget I'm given, I'm definitely not going to bombard you guys with what needs to get done. We don't have that type of budget yet. But I do what I can. So you give me whenever you can, whenever you need to, or if you can't make it around a certain deadline, we can work around it. And I always let people know. I try to give them. We have a thing in the team, and I was gonna do it again. We'll be consistent with it. We have a motivation board to cheer people up. If you ever feeling down, I'll give you motivation and stuff, or we'll talk about it. But so you won't burn yourself out. I always tell people, please don't burn yourself out. I don't want you being on this project and then get tired. No. If you need rest and you're tired, then take that rest. We can pick up whenever you're feeling better. Like Lana was sick not too long ago, and she was talking about, oh, I'm sorry, I can't give this band. I was like, shh, up, stop. You're sick. Your health is important too. Like, you can't just give people work, and not act like life doesn't kick in. Like, this is where, like, these people live in an animation studio and don't have nothing outside of it. And people get sick. People have children. People have grandparents, or people they need to take care of. Like, you have to take in consideration that, because the people that you garner is the reason you're the company you are, or this is why this is happening, is because of those people. And it's like, you start to lose sight of that. The people that actually got you where you need to go. And so I don't really want to do that, because I know I'm not the only. I may be creative in my ideas and writing, but the other people also are the reason it got as far as it does.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I just try to take consideration that, and that's how I work with my projects and company altogether. So there's so we try to have fun. I know some people don't be active. I don't even be active in that service sometimes. But whenever you do, everybody just talks or get to know each other, or you make connections with people. It's just all about vibing, having fun, and just doing what you love and enjoying it. I don't want you to come in and be like, oh, I'm gonna join this animation company, and then come out later looking like a skeleton. Like, because it's a thing in the animation. It gets talked about as, I don't know if people seen the new animation deal, is because it's like you're being overworked with what little you get out of return.
Right.
And I don't really like that. And I feel bad for those people, because some people stop doing those certain things because once they experience it in the anime, they don't want to do it no more, because it like put a strain on a mental, spiritual, or psychological, and they just leave. They just drawn from it.
Yeah. Always gotta be careful with that.
So that's why I managed my team the way I do. That was basically the whole reason of it. I literally rant for like a long time. I talk forever. Y'all, this is how to cut me off when I start ranting about things.
Well, there's important things to be hearing. That's definitely one of them. Especially like, there's things that I hear about other like big name creators that I just like, it makes me concerned. And you know, you keep into that idea is basically just like, that's all I really hope of you, is just, you know, how to continue treating your, not so much your workers, but the people you work with, you know, with the same respect you would want them to give you. That's basically all what I'm getting out of all of it, is you just want everybody to have fun, and you want to make sure people aren't killing themselves over it.
Yes, don't kill yourself over Limelight, please.
Yeah.
That's all.
Regardless, this pilot is going to come out either or. We're not gonna just all this effort we just fucking get into, and all the people that wanted to join on the project when I put the application out, we're not gonna make it go to waste.
No.
It's going to get out one way or another.
Yeah. So
actually there. I'm interrupted now.
It's alright. So you
What?
You said something about the application And I think this is I want to see if we can get to these before before we hit our time limit of these streams. I think you sent me something about having people. Yeah, you wanted to see if we can get more people coming in. You sent me a notice piece for it.
Oh yeah, you can. It is around. Character designs are clearly closed. I got 1,000 of those. Oh, so much to look at. But the only things that are still like really open is storyboarding and background painters. Because this is all the people, not for the pilot. This is really to get all season 1 together. Because I am finishing up certain episodes. Me and the writers finishing up the episodes for the whole season. Before we start the full production for it. Well, we as we're writing the script, the characters are getting done too, and it's very fun, I guess, on certain people parts. I know I just be tired, but it's okay. I have fun being tired. That's just life. And I get my talented friends with me in the special. One of them, actually being that I was happy that I was surprised that joined, was one of my favorite and people that inspire me. Her name is Lady G Valentine. And I love her art. She draws.
Yeah, I remember that name. I love their work.
I was like, she draws so fucking good. and it's just like I was into her comic, and she was just so sweet. And then every time I comment or her stuff, or I say anything on Twitter, this is makes her day, and she loves my comments and everything. And so, mind you, let me tell you how I got her. I was able to contact her because she has no way of getting contacted. So she usually don't have nothing to contact her, but one time she has her DMs open, and it was for something, because I think it's concerning something she was doing, and I was like, oh, that DM is calling to me. Maybe if I sneak my way in. So I got in there real quick before it closed because I didn't know when it was, so I had to get it on day up. So I was talking to her while I was at work, and I got a message and everything. I was like, yes, I'm in this bitch. Because when this closed, I was still able to talk. So I was very excited, and all the other people, but I knew I was really happy with her because she was one of my favorite artists. And so I can't wait to do more stuff with her. And she says she can't wait to do character sheets and stuff for the show. And so I'm like, I'm excited. I'm excited for the season, because after the whole thing happened in the beginning of how Limelight in the beginning started, I now, in the professional people that did join and stuff, I have a better grasp on what to do better coming the season for Limelight. So it actually makes the job a lot easier to know what I need and what I don't need, as well for my other projects. So I was very happy with that aspect. But yeah.
Right.
So there's a lot incorporated. I'm excited to where it goes.
I'm excited too.
Hopefully.
And you've got more things working on the side for Limelight as well. Like you've got it. I think you said something about a comic coming out for it.
Mm-hmm. Because I know a lot of people waiting for the pilot. So I was like, while they wait on that in certain episodes, they can read the comics, because we have, I think, 4 different comics. So the first one is being Carter's side, and certain characters you don't see yet. The biggest comic besides Carter, the other one will be the Voodoo World with Carter's demons. Because the Voodoo World is more like a limbo. It's like a reverse of the Earth, but they do stuff like humans, but they are demons, so they have a certain aspect, as well as a different grasp on magic. Since it's voodoo, because voodoo is different from your usual magic,
right?
Because it's more of like It's more like demonic and ancient spells, but not all of it is like bad. It's just how you use it. So that's another thing I'm telling you. Things that it's another snippet. I'm not saying much, but I'm saying something. I give you an idea.
Go and read the comics to find out, boys.
Always gotta have that tease.
So you'll learn a lot about the voodoo world and Carter's demons. I haven't talked about Carter's demons in here, but his demons are a big part of the series in his life. I'm gonna just say this, that they're like Carter's children.
Oh.
So
ooh, that's gonna be fun then. No.
Yeah, it is. Somebody was saying, they was like, ooh, Carter and his mischief kids, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna be fun. There's some bad demon kids, y'all. When people see them, because there's people that already like the main one, and his name is Jingo, so I'm guessing that's gonna be who people may like. If people like the show, I'm a person that believes in jinx, so I'm not finna jinx yay or nay. If something happens, it happens. So I try not to jinx that on myself.
Right. And then you also sent me a few, basically a few, I think these are character references for some of the extra characters coming up.
And
And
the main one that's coming up in season 1, he does appear at the end of but yeah.
did
There's a lot of
you want me to throw them up on the screen right now?
I'm gonna say just Jasmine. We're gonna leave that other one out there. That's just for you guys' eyes, I guess.
Slightly sliding it in here that Sky is a huge simp of the green dressed lady.
Oh no, I totally.
I thought it was a really nice glow up to one of the concept artists that's in the show. And I was like, yes.
I totally understand.
What do you mean?
I am an absolute sucker for ladies in like gowns and high heels, right? This is just like, oh my god, what are you trying to do here?
When I sent that constant art to Sky was just like sending me the ... the silent treatment. And then she's like, God damn it, Lana, why do you draw hot women? And I'm like, wow, that's literally what I'm getting paid for, to draw sexy women and men and all in between.
And I was like, when we was talking about the concept of Jasmine, because she wanted to, she said she really liked her design and she wanted to know more about her. And I gave her a different concept for her. And there was it was with her dress. And so when I gave her the idea, she was like, you know what? She gives me more of this sexy Jessica Rabbit vibe. So we're gonna do something with a bit of oomph. I was like, are you sure? Because I know it's TV 17, but do you think she's like, no, I got you. And she said the only thing I'm gonna do, girl. She's like, the only thing I'm gonna do, because that slit needs to be a lot bigger for her. She made the slit. Let me tell you what a slit of the dress was at. It was really right at her calf.
At the bottom.
At the bottom. And she just cut this bitch like she's gonna cut her whole side of her dress.
Yeah, let me just fucking slice it here up all the way.
Right at her calves. Then it went to like the back of her knee when she showed me the other one. And she's like, no, it could be cut more. So she cut it more. And I was like, don't you think it's too revealing? Then she updated again and put those little 3 strings, just those 2 strings. I'm like, no, there you go. I'm like, all right.
No. I put like, oh yeah, that's true. I drew 1, and I was like, yeah, something is missing.
Oh my god.
She thinks it's covering up, and I was like, no, we go with her because the character is a very...
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Softless up here in the chat going on, Lana, why you draw hot women? Because I am one.
Oh, soft.
Oh god, I hate you.
She has, the voice actress, I don't know if they're still doing her, so she is getting a different voice, but her voice, because the person that did her voice was definitely what I was looking for. Because her voice was supposed to be like a Jane Porter, but more of a mean version of Jane Porter.
Ooh.
She's a British woman in the show.
And Sky is the biggest simp of hers.
No, I just love Jane. I love British people, and
Bro,
like,
you told me. You told me.
And when I hear a British accent, it is over. It is over for me. I love people with accents. It sounds beautiful.
I'm gonna tell you from personal experience, Sky, never publicly reveal your weaknesses. People will use that against you.
It's already too late.
Yeah.
It's already, because when they ask me questions, like, they'll sneak like questions that know they'll get an answer out of me, and they'll like say it in a certain way, and I didn't know that's what they was looking for, and they be like, "Yep, got you. I know what to do now." So it's just like, at this point, you can entertain me all you want. I just have to live with it or deal with it.
Yeah,
So.
no, there's a friend of mine when we were playing Monster Prom a lot in this friend group of mine. We decided, you know what, this red demon dude, Damien, we really want to see what he sounds like with an Australian accent. And because I was the designated like voice actor, voicing his lines in the game, I just went, okay, I'll give it a try. And we have not stopped since. She is an absolute simp for this version of this character.
As it should be. Aussies are hot.
Right there, mate.
That's why she liked the certain one of the other lead characters.
I cannot wait for my man to be on the fucking screen. I can't.
So while we're teasing more of these characters that we all want to see and potentially simp for, and we're getting at the end point of the stream, let's start getting into where can we go to follow more updates and news and things coming up for Limelight.
You can go to the website, Limelight's website, limelightseries.com. You can find the link on that through Limelight's Twitter. As well, if you want early special updates, I know people love those. You can also support us on Patreon, so we can earn more funding to support the team. It's a very big team. I've never had 100+ people ever in my life to work with. So you can do that, as well as follow me on my Twitters. Usually all on Twitter and the website. Granted, my main Twitter account, I may talk about stuff here and there and stuff, but it's mainly just me supporting other people. Or me talking about random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I like more so supporting people and making others happy. I get a joy out of it. It's fun. It's fun seeing people happy and just like, oh, you made my day. Makes my day. Oh, thanks. So that's what you'll see mainly out of my Twitter. Me just talking about random stuff. But yes, the Limelight Twitter's page and Patreon and website. That's why you'll get all the great updates.
All right. And then, are you also present on Twitter?
Oh yes, that's where I am. I am active 24/7. 24/7 on there. When I'm not working, I'm just scrolling through Twitter.
Okay.
And we will be having a Kickstarter soon. Coming soon. I said soon. Coming soon.
Do you already have Mason's sprite of you as your profile picture?
Yes. Yes.
Wait, hold on. Let me check this shit.
Because I was hoping to reveal, because I was going to start just using my persona on the internet. But the original design never got finished yet. It's still in works. And so when y'all made it and I told you the look and everything, and I was like, oh, she looks so cute. That's my little bat girl. Because originally, my persona was a bunny, but since 1,000 people use bunnies, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do
dude. Yeah, dude. Be unique. Hell yeah.
I was like, so I had to think of something something else I relate to, and it's a bat. And I'm not going to go into depth. It's like my other side, but we don't need to go into depth about it. But yes. That's where you can see all the updates and stuff. It was just recently posted their profile, certain characters' profile.
Mm-hmm.
So you can definitely follow it there. And more information about it is through its website. The website gets updated occasionally, so more stuff will get updated too. And you can also find the intro for the song Lana did on there. It'll show you where it's all at. And you can hear the instrumental for it, but so that's where you can find it. Episodes too. The show will be showcased if it doesn't be picked up. It will be on Newgrounds, YouTube, Rumble, and the website. I forgot the other place, but those will be all its 4 streaming platforms for the show.
Okay. So check all that out. We've got links to all of that, as well as their individual Twitters in the chats. Working on. I don't know, Jazzy. Do you have a Twitter that you like to share? Or?
Yes, I'm looking.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find it.
And I don't know if Jack has one either. Yeah, because I just checked his Discord profile.
Yeah, it's one of those weirdos type. But I really don't even indulge in this man's Twitter. You can also follow and support Ashira's Twitter too. Jazz is really her Twitter is Jazzy Frizzle. Jazzy, tell me why I just realized the last name you used and looked at your icon. I was like, oh, Miss Frizzle's from the Magic School.
Yeah, no, it's so. Listen. I love wearing like the Miss Frizzle type dresses, so they have like dinosaurs and space and stuff like that. I love that. And when I worked at my full-time job, I worked at a children's hospital, and I would just go in and just wear them all all. But my last name isn't actually Frizzle, and so one of my friends was like, I was joke around like, Jazzy Fizzle in the build, like Jazzy Faye, Jazzy Fizzle, and one of my friends was like, no, you're Jazzy Frizzle, and I'm like, oh my god, you're right. I need to.
He's like, I need to keep the name living.
This is me.
Yeah,
I was like, I remember when I was trying to put her name, I was like, is her last name really Frizzle?
It's not. And people were like, I was so sad when I figured out it wasn't your real last name. I'm like, I am so sorry.
She said, I am so sorry. I'm sorry you had to realize it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, so.
I'm guessing it's Jazzy Frizzle, somewhere shacked up with positive people, location The Leaf Village.
Dang, was that a whole name someone put for themselves for real?
That's the Jazzy Frizzle I'm finding on Twitter.
Jazzy Frizzle VO. It's VO. I didn't leak it, but I put my name in the
yes. There it is. Now I found it. Okay, location
Jazzy
everywhere yet nowhere.
She's so talented because she's actually a voice agent too. She works in an agency, and so she does support all types of voice actors
all over the place, y'all. I tell y'all.
Jackson Agency. Okay.
And that's actually what's crazy. All the people I have on the show, that's where they come from. I literally just know this because all the people that's on here is just from Jackson's agency, and I was like, oh wow, I get people from agencies. Well, look at me. I feel like a pro. Oh. So I was like, hey. But the biggest thing, if people want to, if it's not Patreon to support, buy the merch. We had got a merch artist, and she's wonderful. I love her. She's sweet, and she acts just like me. So we vibe all day, all time. And her name is, she goes by Spectra. She does
Spectral Bites.
Spectral Bites, yeah, that's her.
I've heard that name
so she does stuff for Paranoid DJ and Inkspot, I believe, on Twitter.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we have the merch and everything you can see in the link on this website. And she just finished one of the designs. It was a Shira's design. And so if you want these lovely different designs made from Spectra and my closest friend Lucia Diaz. It's there.
Okay.
All there. But yes.
Yeah, this has definitely been a very, very fun discussion today. Talking about Limelight and your amazingly talented team. I'm seeing a few names on here that I'm actually quite familiar with, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be really freaking good.
Yeah, I didn't know a lot of people knew each other. Everybody was like, "Hey, Project 2, hey, me too. Yay!" I was like, "Oh, you guys are so funny."
Ever since I got into voiceover, I've come to realize that voiceover is like the biggest little world that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It is. It really is, because so many voice actors know each other, big and small.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Well,
damn.
I'm over here in the artist sphere. I only discovered recently that Apostle was on it too.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You said Bosco?
No,
No.
Apostle.
Yeah.
Apostle.
The wild
Apostle.
possum who's inside of the chat.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Has
that
the
possum.
very weird role in the Insanimator server.
And I was like, wow, so many people know each other. And they were like, and some artists that come on, they were like, oh, I love this art. And it's just everybody just be having all these connections. I was like, this is like New Orleans. All you people.
You will find it to be very, like, it'll catch you off guard every time, no matter how prepared you think you are.
Yep.
Yeah, wait, I was thinking the same, because I still get shocked. Every time someone says something, I was like, I should be adapted to this by now.
Yeah. Anyway, this is it. Like I said, this has definitely been very fun. We don't want to keep you guys too long because, well, for Lana, I'm sure it's getting pretty late, and well, I'm pretty sure you've got things you got to get done later at some point today. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely been fun having you all on the show today. So thank you all for taking the time for it today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm glad that I could be here.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm so honored. I felt so honored. This is my first time, so I did great.
Oh, you did fantastic. Sorry, in my opinion, definitely.
Yeah, I was a windpipe. I kept talking. So.
The fact that you got those kind of lungs is impressive to me. I'll be honest.
That's because I did choir and theater for 4 years.
Damn.
I do musicals, so.
That would explain it.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see you guys all around again at some point very soon. So, you all have a wonderful day. Lana, you have a good night. And to everybody else, thank you for tuning in to watch. We'll see you all next. Well, I don't know about next Monday specifically, but at the next.
We'll see you when we see you.
Yeah.
We'll see you when we see you.
It's like, we'll see you when we see you.
And
We are the Insanimators.
Well,
stay insane, everyone.
And then this is also the moment where we gotta let people know that because of a lot of things piling up on him lately, Germ has decided to step away from the Insanimators. We want to wish him the best with everything, and if he does get to come back, we'll let you all know. But until then, that's one of the announcements we gotta make.
Until then, Lana's the stand-in gator.
Oh my!
I'm kidding.
Oh my!
We wish him all the best.
You gotta pay me for a thing. You're gonna pay me for such a busy schedule, baby.
You don't even get paid here.
But yeah, go and send him all the love you can, you guys, because he's definitely in a time where things are just gonna be tough on him, and not to get into a lot of detail about it, but just go and send him all the love, you guys. He definitely deserves it. And yeah, like we were saying, we'll see you all next time.